Hi, this is Leah Burdick, and in this video we're going to go through your options for job search on your country sites. So here's an overview of the goals. 1. IT is going to work on creating an international search function whereby all regional jobs feeds come into this master international search database, which will then feed on to the country sites. Number 2, we want to establish a more consistent quick job search functionality. This will be the smaller job search box that will appear on most country web pages. 3, we want to develop a more consistent advanced job search page, which will be included on almost all of our country websites. 4, we want to include automatic feeds of current vacancies on our sites for an enhanced candidate experience. And lastly, we want to boost our search engine optimization efforts by listing specific job titles on our sites that when clicked on display the relevant open vacancies, but that because their titles are on the page and they're hyperlinked, that will help with search engine efforts. So let's first look at quick search. Right now, on our jobs sites, we have UK and Europe, which has just search jobs and then location, the US, which just allows you to type in a keyword to search jobs, and Australia, New Zealand, and Asia with a more robust quick search, which provides more criteria options for the user. So here's our home page. For the countries that do not require more search criteria, but rather less, because perhaps you have fewer jobs, we'll have a quick search which is industry, sector, and location. This is the Find a Job box and structure that will appear on many of your web pages. If you choose to have an advanced search page, which I assume most countries will, again, if you have the number of jobs to warrant having an advanced search, we will include an advanced search link under the search button, which is customary on many websites. So if you're a country that will have an advanced search page, if you use the Find a Job link in the upper right hand corner, that will link right to the advanced search page. Now let's take a look at what the kind of more advanced quick job search structure would look like for Australia, New Zealand, and Asia, and of course any country that would decide that this works better for them will have more pick lists from which to choose. So location, industry, sector, subsector, salary band, keyword, job reference number. So there will be more options to choose from, not only on the home page, but then on the sidebar on other pages of your website where you choose to put Find a Job. Again, we'll have the advanced search option. And like in the other example, if you have Find a Job in the upper right hand corner for your country, that will link directly to the advanced search page. So, as an action item for quick search, I need you to tell me which design your country prefers. Do you want the short or the long form for the quick search on your country site? Now remember, if your country doesn't have a lot of jobs, it might be better for you to have the shorter version, because we don't want users to search for jobs and keep coming up with blank pages. And also it's important to know that, say today you don't have a lot of jobs and you go with the shorter design, if say a year from now suddenly the business grows and you have a lot more jobs available, we can switch you to the larger pick list at a later date. So please let me know which one you need for your country. So now we're going to talk about the options for the advanced search page. We're going to use the UK job search page as our template. Obviously, the page will be designed differently to match our new design. However, the criteria and pick lists will be the basis from which you can choose what you'd like included. In other words, we're going to customize this per country. For example, this is basically the same as what Asia and Australia, New Zealand have, except for job reference number. So for Asia, Australia, New Zealand, we can include keyword / job reference number here. Salary range. In the UK, they have a lot of jobs, so people can search for salary ranges by year, by day, or by hour. Perhaps you only need by year for your country. If so, please let me know. Also, the UK has many jobs, so they break it down by function, subfunction, sector, subsector. Please let me know if you need all 4 of these or if just 2 of them will suffice. Job type. The UK fills many different types of roles. If your country is just permanent, then we don't need to have these options. Country is obvious. Region. What regions within your country do people need to search on? Please provide those. Include all international jobs. Do you want people to be able to search for international jobs from your website? If so, we can include this tick box here, and also we will have a tab for search for global jobs. And then the posted within. This is to select a range, jobs within the last week, the last month, the last 6 months. That's also an option for your advanced search. So please take a look at the UK model and advise on what you want to include on your country site. Now we're going to look at the different types of RSS feeds. On the various country sites, we will have different pages where we're going to list certain job titles, so that when a user clicks on the job title, they'll be shown relevant available jobs. So you don't need to do anything on this right now. I just want to tell you about it, but the reason we're doing it is for search engine optimization purposes. Another place where we'll have automatic RSS feeds of the most current jobs is on the geo landing pages. So, for example, on Melbourne Accounting and Finance, we will have a location on the page where the most recent Melbourne Accounting and Finance jobs will appear. Okay, so now here's something that will be new to many of our countries. So let's say, for example, Barclays is a spotlighted client. Here we're going to have the client logo, some copy about Barclays and their EVP, perhaps some different calls to action on the right-hand side, but most importantly, we will have a feed of the most recently posted Barclays jobs, so that when a user comes to this page, they can click right away on the jobs that Barclays has to offer. If your country chooses to have spotlighted client page on its country website, you'll remember from our home page design, we have this gray bar that features different client logos. It may or may not scroll depending on how many clients you have. If you only have 6 client spotlight pages, then it probably won't move. If you have more, it will scroll. So what we need to know is, will you have client spotlight pages, and if so, will you include their logos on this page? So, when you let me know if you're going to have these client spotlight pages, please let me know which clients, and if you want these client logos on the home page. It's important to note, in the future, our websites will always evolve, so if you want to add or remove client spotlight pages and logos as needed, you certainly may do so. And it's also important to note that it's the country's responsibility to secure any necessary approvals to use client logos on the websites. So if you would let me know the answers to these questions by May 16, that will help us in creating your country website plan. You don't need to have every last client you'll have on the site by that date, but I will need to know if you intend to include them or not, and if you have an idea of how many you will include, that is helpful. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.